Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Iris Sue, and I'm from Parental World Knowledge. And I just wanted to thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry if I couldn't be on Parental World Knowledge, but I was having trouble with the site on Google Hangouts, so I switched over to Barbara Sue. And I don't know why yesterday I did it live a whole hour and it did not broadcast whatsoever. So not even one bit came out. So I just wanted to let you know, thank you so much. Broadcasting, I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know if I can go back to Parental World Knowledge. I'll do a test run and see, but for some reason it's not working. All right, and we did order a computer, as I mentioned earlier in another show, and it hasn't come in yet. They're supposed to be mailing it to us, so hopefully that will be soon. And it was on special order. And I thank you, for tuning in. We're doing designing bracelets again. And this was on my show yesterday, and I was so proud of this one. I loved it. This is gorgeous with the amber stones, and I just love this, and the little bow, and it's navy blue, and it has a key in the center. And this is just perfect. I just love it. I just love this bracelet. I don't know if you could see it, hopefully. Great. I'm doing also another bracelet today, but I wanted to show you one more I did yesterday, and this I love too. This is for 4th of July, and it's a fun bracelet. I like it. It's got a big heart. It's red, white, and blue. There you go. All ready for the fireworks. It looks like fireworks. It has like circular lines on it. You could see. Well, this is a fun bracelet. So I'm really happy with the bracelets I made. And I just want to show you today. You need the stretchy band material. This is going to be your band. I did that the other day. And what you do is you take the stretchy band material, work on the nubby side, and this side looks good, so I would put it on this side, and then you sew it with a chain stitch. So in case you have this material and you want to join me in what I'm doing. And then you need some antiques. I have wonderful charms. This I love. This is an antique button. I just love this. And then I had some more of these, the silver pieces I like with it too. So I'm going to put that. And then I had another antique button. I showed this yesterday. I love this. This is really, really pretty. I'm just crazy about that one. And I want to put this one on top. It's a beautiful piece. And make it for the kids. I was showing, they like the skulls. I personally don't wear this, but the kids like it, and so I'm going to make what the kids want to wear. Okay, so you need now also the thread. You're going to have a good quality 100%. I have spun polyester. So, try to get a good quality and good thickness. And you do have to double it too. And then I have needles. So I have a thick one for the bracelet part. So I would suggest this to hold it together better. It'd be better. Because if you use a thin needle, you might start ripping. You might get hurt because it's kind of thick, the band. And then I have a thin needle for the majority of the charms are, you're going to need a thin needle. All right, so just to have those things handy, and then if you need to take off some of the charms, see, you have like whole jewelry, or even some jewelry you never wore, and you want to take it apart. You're going to need a needle nose plier, or you could also use a plier to take off the hooks. If it's something gentle, you know, that you don't want to hurt the charm, I would use the big one. Okay, this is a big plier. Okay. And what you do is you fold over to see where the half is. So you see the half line by the back of this. I have the seam, so you would just fold that over to meet, and then you could see where to center it. I know, Richie. I had some friends here from my son. He's doing some construction in our home. So when you do this, the thing is, you should always do it from the back and then work to the front. I don't know if you saw me do that. Put through the back and then into the front. And hold it with your other thumb, just so that it stays in place. And go back. You're going to put it back into the back again. And then put it into the front again. Keep going. Into the hole, of course. And don't pull it too hard. You know, you want it to not pull out the stitches. Another thing, always with this, put enough thread in until you feel it tight. When it feels tight, then you know you have enough. So just keep putting in and out until you feel that it. But it has to be feeling so snug that, you know, you could barely get the needle in. And if something is really flat, you could even take the glue gun first, but this is not flat, so I can't put the glue gun. This is, you know, a rather big button, so you're not going to be able to glue this down flat. But the good thing, you're sewing it. That's even better than gluing it. There's a lot of bracelets they sell, and they're glued down, and then they fall off. So the sewing will last longer if you sew it properly. And so from the back and then to the front with the hole again. It's getting there. It's almost snug. Oh, it's sunny out today, at least, but it's still kind of cool. Too cool for me. I like the warm spring weather. This is really too chilly in West Orange, New Jersey. I don't know about you. I hope it's better by you. It's interesting. I heard, though, it's going to start getting warm again. I hope. I hope that's the case. I hope the weatherman's right. So you have to keep, doing it until you feel a little snug again. If you're just tuning in, I'm sewing on an antique button. And now it's sort of being difficult to get in, so it's probably going to be just about it. Maybe one more if I can, just to be sure it's secure. Now, if you need to use a thimble, you can always get a thimble too, but I never use one. But if you're finding it's difficult to pull the thread through with the needle, this is a thimble, just like a little cup to protect your finger. They also have them, besides plastic, they have a metal. I've said this in other shows, but in case you didn't hear. Okay, so I can bring this through now. That's enough. And then I'm going to put the other one on top. I really like that. Those two buttons combination together. And they're both antiques. And that's a rhinestone in that other one, so it's a nice gemstone. Now you can make these bracelets for guys too. Metallic things. You can put other things, that like if I just put this with the skulls and maybe a more neutral kind of a stone, not the rhinestone, wouldn't be something most men would wear. So, but you can make, or cufflinks, you can get, you have some antique cufflinks, and maybe you lost one of them. That happens with men. So I made some great bracelets out of some of the cufflinks. I know my father misplaced one, and it's great to utilize. Why throw it out? long as it's flat enough that you can do it. If it's, sticking up, it would be rather cumbersome. It wouldn't be able to be on a bracelet. But if it is flatter, you have to double tie this. I put through some of the strings and now I'm double tying it. So double knotting. And then you cut. And we're giving a free bracelet when you give a donation to Shop for a Cause for Macy's. And then we're also giving a free art and poetry lesson. Artist Barbara Sue Fine Art Studio, and I am the president of our organization. So we instruct here, and we also instruct privately for anyone, any age. You have to be 18 to be on the air, but for this, you can be any age with a private lesson. And it's a whole year that you can use the lesson. And in addition, you're entered for a drawing of a beautiful oil painting. I painted one, Good Life, it's called, for representing the good life that epileptic patients, they should have. And now you also, with the ticket, are eligible for a $500 gift card from Macy's. So by entering, you're getting all those opportunities, and you're getting 25% off most items in the store, and it's all across the nation, August 29th. So by buying this, your win situation, so this could be deducted from your taxes, the $5 donation, and we donate to Epilepsy Foundation of New Jersey. So just so you know, I did that part, and I'm going to put the other piece on right on top. That's going to look lovely. Just make sure my thread is double knotted on the bottom. Now we have many pieces of jewelry. So besides that, the bracelets that we're making, I have some other antiques and even some hair ornament that have never been worn, beautiful with rhinestones. I have so many different things. We have antique earrings. We have necklaces. So there's so many different things. And before they sell out, call 973-736-1637 when we're done with our show. You can call 9 to 5, Monday through Sunday. Not now while we're taping, please. And really happy to be able to offer all these things. And why we do it? Because we want to encourage people to do art. To me, that is so essential. So it is worth giving. I had all these antiques and I felt I'm not using them, and I would like to, donate to charity for these because I feel people will like this. I mean, I do wear them too. I like the redesign of the jewelry and I'm wearing it. I love these bracelets myself. Having a lot of joy out of it. And people are complimenting me all the time that they love it. They really do. Okay, this is a little harder because it's a bigger piece. We'll try to make do. Tell everybody I applied for a chance that I got the dog that I wanted. It took a while. I was just praying, but it was 2 weeks, and they said it would be 1 week, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and nothing. I didn't hear anything. But they contacted one of my references today, and I'm just so happy. So there's a very good chance the dog that I fell in love with, I haven't seen it in person, but I saw it on a video, and I'm just thrilled. I just love dogs, and it's such a good dog. It likes to play, it likes children. You could see he was so happy wagging his tail, and it was playing with a tennis ball. So cute, so cute. It liked to jump and play. And just that's the kind of dog I want, a sweet dog. I don't want any dogs that are the kind that will, be protecting your house, whatever. I just want a nice, fun dog. I don't want a security dog, I want a fun dog that's going to be nice around children, because we have a lot of children that we educate, and that's what I want. I just want him to come and give him love. So I hope that people do. I talk about it on my site. I hope people go to adopt. You don't have to go to a store to buy a dog. Please go to your local shelter, or go, just even online and apply for these dogs. They're beautiful dogs. And why are checked out, they're healthy, they're beautiful, most of the dogs. I mean, there might be some that have gone through trauma, and they're not able to be around children, but the majority of them are wonderful. And please adopt a pet. Don't let these pets be killed. That's what's going to happen if no one, if you just go to a store and buy one, these pets will be killed, that are in the shelters. And I had all my pets. I never bought a pet from a store. I just got them from the shelter. I just paid for the shots that they had to take. My puppies came all from a shelter, and they were all good. I had a collie, and I had a German Shepherd, and I had an Irish Setter, and that was it. Since I was a baby, I had dogs. So all my life. My last dog lived 25 years. I miss terribly. Princess, my little doll. Just like my sister. Literally, because I had got her when I was pretty young, and she was like a sister. Just terrific. I have a nice backyard, so dog can romp. It's fenced in. Good thing. Okay, so now I'm going to take a few strands and put the thread in, and then I'm going to double knot it again. I just finished that. And then I only have to do 2 more charms, and the bracelet is done. And the great thing, too, with these pets, they're not, you go to a pet store and they're caged in. It is so sad. There's too many in the cage. This, in the shelter, they have them so they're spread out. And the dogs are healthier, as I said, and that's why. Better deal by buying in a store, but not necessarily. They could be very sick from being too confined, not able to breathe properly. So now I want to put on the little skeletons. And let's see if I can use my other needle. Barely, I could. Could use the other needle if I want. If I run out. Okay. It's quicker to thread. Things besides jewelry, I say this on my other shows, you could use, I had crystals on lamps, amber crystals on lamps, and that was on that bracelet there. You can use so many things in your house as, for the charm. And that had like holes, just like a charm, and it was on the lamp. The lamp didn't work, and I said, gee, might as well utilize this. And it's real crystal amber there. So just beautiful, beautiful stones. And so don't throw things away. If something breaks, look at it. See, gee, what can I save on here? Is there anything? Okay. And I just want to see how I want to lay it. I had them laid out. Let's see now again. Always lay a pattern, and then when you go to put it on, look again, just to be sure that you have it the way you want. You know, like that. Okay. You always hold it with your thumb part of it. Go from the back to the front again. And just keep putting it through until you feel it's snug. Okay, so we're almost done with this side, and then I'll do the other side. Yeah, I feel snug. Okay. I'll put a few little strands and the needle in, and then make a double knot, as I said before. Okay. And this bracelet's almost done. I just have to do one more part. That's so simple. Got one more charm to do. All done. Now, if your children are old enough to sew, you could make a project with them. That would be fun, to do this. Especially now that soon some. Okay. Double knot again. Now just get it straight and put the second charm hole in. From the back into the front. Don't pull too hard. Tonight I'm going to make sweet and sour chicken and broccoli. I have beautiful chicken. It's without the fat, and it's organic chicken, and it's cut in strips. Sweet and sour sauce, and I'm going to add a little bit to it, put some sea salt and turmeric and lemon pepper. And if you have, fresh lemon too, that's great. It keeps the chicken from any bacteria, because unfortunately in the handling, even with organic, it could happen. So, but it's more chance it's going to happen with not the organic. The organic's usually very good, but I still would put lemon, and I would cook this in a little bit of olive oil, and I would just cook it until you see that the chicken is tender with the fork. Keep sticking it in to be sure that it's cooking through, because mine was frozen. I had it frozen, and I have thin fillet, so you should always be sure that you keep sticking with the fork. And I would cook that, if it was frozen, for at least 3/4 of an hour. I would cook for a half hour the chicken on both sides, and then I would put the frozen broccoli in, because I don't use the fresh. Usually I buy the fresh frozen, because we don't use it all the time, and it's not going to stay fresh. It just goes too fast. It's just better to keep it a fresh frozen one. And it's so wonderful that you have it in the freezer and you can use it anytime you want. So that's what I'm going to make tonight, and should take about a half hour for the because it's already cut up chicken if it's defrosted, and depending on your stove, of course. I have high elevation, so mine cooks pretty fast, and it's very good. It's going to be delicious. Put the timer on. Always use a pot holder. Be careful. I normally have teriyaki chicken, but I tried the sweet and sour for the first time, and boy, did I like it. The sweet and sour is delicious. I even liked it better than the teriyaki. Hard to believe. The teriyaki is my favorite. So try it. Make it delicious. It's so easy to make this dish, and everybody just seems to love it. I made the same dish for, instead I put teriyaki, and people, I mentioned that on the earlier show, they just loved it, my son's friends. I kept asking for more and more. Oh, they had 2 or 3 portions of it. So quick, so easy, and delicious. It's almost getting there. Getting snug. You keep putting it in and out. Getting harder to pull through, so I know it's almost done. I think that's going to be it. Make one hot. It's so much fun designing bracelets. See, it's starting to look great. See, I just have to put one more on. Thread it again. I'm glad this is a thick needle, because the thin ones are so hard to thread, especially when I'm on air and I don't have that much time. We started a little early today just to be sure I got on, because yesterday it didn't air at all and I was concerned. We went on live, but I mentioned you tuned right in. I said that I had no control over that. I did it live on Parental World Knowledge, but it wasn't recording, so I tried on Google Hangouts Barbara L. Sue. And I, wrote that to everybody to let them know what was happening. I did say also we ordered our computer, laptop, and it's still hasn't been delivered, so it's on back order, and hopefully they'll get it soon. Okay. And a good way to see if it matches up, you could just fold it to see that the other one meets it, and it did. Hold it with your thumb, put it through the back, and then keep going. And I hope this one goes through. The other one went through. Maybe this is smaller for some reason. I don't know why. Should be uniform. Came from the same belt, but I guess not. I have to use another needle, which I have thread, and so it's threaded. There's not a lot on there. Okay. Oh, we're almost done. Okay, I'm gonna knot it off. It's getting too small. One more knot and we're done. Keep going in and out until you get it to be snug again. In case you're just tuning in. Get snug, so won't be much more. We're almost done. And just in time because I think we're just about almost out of time. I do want to pray a miraculous healing prayer for all people that need it around the world. I pray for good health, peace. There should be good finances and good spirit. I hope for everybody. You need it now, or someone in your family, and you pray to God also. God will heal you 100%. I'm just doing the prayer. It's almost tight enough. Okay, I'm going to make the knot through a little bit of the pieces on the back that were sewed on. Right through your loop, pull it through, and make a double knot. Now you can make double knot because I pulled it through. One, and now one more. Oh, that looks lovely. See? You have a beautiful bracelet for the kids. They like those skeletons, you know. So you got the skull heads. And look how that just shines. The antique buttons, I mean, they are beauties. And it looks like his little eyes down there, beady eyes, his nose, and there's the mouth. So it looks like a scary thing the kids would like. So I thank you for tuning in. And again, please donate $5. It's tax deductible. We're a 501(c) classified organization. Shop for a Cause from Macy's. It's artist Barbara Sue New Jersey. So this is a win situation. You get the free antique piece of jewelry. We have so many beautiful pieces. You know, we have great pieces like this and you know, earrings, and I told you bracelets and whatever you want to get. And the great thing is this, I love these bands because they are washable and they don't bleed. Our bands do not bleed on your skin. You're not going to see the dye like some of the bracelets they make. You might win our beautiful oil painting that we're donating. And in addition, the $500 from Shop for a Cause from Macy's. Every Macy's store all across the nation is giving, believe it or not, $500 gift certificate to each person, one lucky person from a store. Each store, can you imagine? You know, one lucky person from so please call us 973-736-1637. If it keeps going off the camera, but you know, like I said, we're going to be getting the new computer soon. If that doesn't work, then I'll have to do an upgrade again. I hope that's not the case. But 973-736-1637. Call us 9 to 5, Monday through Sunday. And we do have like a little bit more time. And I do want to tell you about Epilepsy Foundation. Epilepsy Foundation, they do universal cure. There has been a cure for epilepsy. I was definitely the person that helped that happen by contacting our Mr. President Obama. I wrote him a letter stating I wanted him to do more public service announcements. Well, he did in a big way. He made a big gala in Washington. They came up with a cure, but not a universal cure. And the funds that I raised too also helped. They almost halted entirely the research at Columbia Presbyterian. How do I know? I met the research scientist. He was coming to me when I was doing Shop for a Cause for Macy's and donating to Epilepsy Foundation. He said, it's just amazing. I told him what I was doing, and he says, it's just amazing, because he's the research scientist, and it almost came to a halt if I didn't do my work. So I'm thrilled that, I took the initiative. Write our president if you have good ideas he could do something about. And he did. He did it immediately. So, and I have a signed letter from Mr. President Obama stating that he was thanking me for my work. So I hope that you please call us, set an appointment. We're here Monday through Sunday, 9 to 5. We're good for all ages. It could be even as young as 1 if a child has the motor skills to draw circles and make, other shapes. Then you know that they are ready to do line drawing and painting. If they don't have the motor skills, then they're not ready. But we also do all the way to senior citizen. So hopefully, you come, get the ticket. It's August 29th. You can shop every single store you want in your area. You could even go out of state and go to another store. Like I know we have New York, not too far, so we could shop New Jersey, then go to New York. So just to let you know, and then you're not only getting that, but you're getting the free piece of jewelry while it lasts. Otherwise, we have 2 beaded bracelets. And you're able to be eligible for the oil painting and the $500 gift card. And you can deduct from your taxes. Win situation for $5. It's incredible. And they have entertainment. They have also some food, usually. Get up for a cause for Macy's, give us a call, and we will love to give you a lesson. And I just hope that everybody, again, has good health. There should be no problems. I hope with the weather, no more flooding. There was flooding in my area, which is, it's highly unusual, this kind of weather. We normally haven't had this, that there's severe flooding, and it just seems to be getting so cold again. And it's just not our typical weather. So definitely there's something, going on with our environment, and everybody has to really try to do their part. So that we won't have, bring it out and polluting our land. So we need to separate our things, plastics and our glass and paper, turn that in. We can't just keep, just throwing it out, and then it gets into the dumps and it's ruining our land. So we need to really do our part. Another thing, I read an article this woman wrote on LinkedIn, and I was really impressed. She stated that she felt solar was doing the polluting, and that there's solar flares and different things, and the solar can catch on fire on your home or building. So if that's the case, and that's just on one building, but if you have a bigger picture, and that's happening. That's causing pollution. And to me, it should be looked into by the leading scientists to determine if that is causing our pollution problem and breaking the ozone layer, which the ozone layer is a thing that's above us that protects us from, too much light, sunlight. So it could be damaging our entire system, our ecosystem, everything. So we need to have a scientist look at this. And if that's, what's causing, and the change in weather. So it's pollution, it's change in weather. This has to be looked at immediately. And I wrote that on LinkedIn, my response. And the woman wrote me a full letter back appreciating that I responded to her. So I would, definitely, if there's a leading scientist out there, look into this immediately. And I hope that's not the case, but if it is, then there should be no more solar. It shouldn't allow it to be on buildings, on homes. It's not safe. If it's catching on fire, and it could be, if it's causing all this pollution too, I don't know for a fact. I can't tell you the inclement weather. I don't know, for a fact, but it does seem rather logical that it is. And I definitely will not be doing solar. Definitely not. It couldn't in my area anyway because there's too many high trees, even if it was safe. But, I definitely know that we should really be careful what we're doing in this environment. Everybody has to pitch in. And another thing is, you can see my oil painting, Good Life, on LinkedIn. Check out the painting that is for Shop for a Cause that I'm donating to one lucky person. So, please check that out on LinkedIn under Barbara Alsue. You can see my profile, and you can see, go on there and sign up with LinkedIn. And hopefully that you will be that one lucky person if you enter. And the fact that you get the free lesson, the free piece of antique jewelry, or 2 beaded bracelets, and you're getting the $500 gift card possibly from Macy's, and you're getting 25% off most items, even designer items. So again, 973-736-1637. 973-736-1637. And if you'd like to do our show, again, contact artist Barbara Alsue Fine Art Studio. And we're here 9 to 5. And you can be live on a show, so you can get another lesson. Although, this is in front of the public. You probably want the private lesson first to, feel that you're doing well. And then you get on the air. And you can, have your second lesson. It's a watercolor lesson. And it's very exciting. Even if you're a master artist, we educate from beginners to master artists. So don't think just because you're a master artist that you don't need this lesson. I have many people that have master's degrees, and they come for a lesson. And they learn it properly because we layer, we use. And our poetry has been acclaimed, and it's on www.poetry.com and all around the world in major publications. And I was nominated Poetry Ambassador of the United States. So hopefully you will come for either the watercolor lesson or a poetry lesson. And even if you have been a poet and you've been performing, that doesn't mean necessarily that you're performing at your best. And I have been asked to be on Broadway, so I know that I'm at a point to help you. And, I don't criticize. I just would help and try to in any way improve upon what you're doing. And that's it. So I want you to be at your best in performing. I'm able to have you learn to properly speak poetry. You have to read it properly, not just read like a regular paragraph. You need to enunciate and learn the proper technology of what you're supposed to be doing in writing and in speaking. If you're just going to, say it and have no feeling, it's going to be not understood what your poem is about. So, to me, there's a technique, there's a proper, way of learning, and for everything that we do. And I specialize in both, in art and in poetry. So I'm looking forward to people giving me a call, and we'll be again tomorrow. And I thank you so much. And I hope that I can get on the air. I hope that this did get on the air, and also tomorrow get on the air. If we don't, please don't think that I forgot about taping. I'm trying. I am trying hard. And I will continue again to try again tomorrow. And thank you. We said daily, weekday, and we're keeping our word. So have a wonderful night or morning, depending on where you are in the world. And good thoughts for everybody. I think it's time. All right. Bye now.